and this is where I can trick myself sometimes. And so I don't know if it's self-sabotage or self-preservation, but I wonder sometimes, like, okay, when I am single, my career is like booming and thriving, but then when I get into a relationship or I get with someone that I really like and that, makes me excited, then the career stuff just like...
Here's why. Doesn't have to, but here's why. It doesn't have anything to do with the other person. It has to do with what you think the other person is thinking. Another person cannot upset your vibrational apple cart, but what you think about what the other person thinks can. It's something that you're introducing to it. You're playing old records that you've heard in other places that have nothing to do with your current reality. You said, I don't know if it's self-preservation or self-sabotage, and we say it's all of that. Sabotage is too strong a word, but it is introducing static and resistance into the equation that doesn't need to be introduced. Look at it this way. Now you've been having some of those thoughts, some of those really helpful thoughts, where you're worried about self-sabotage. Even more, you're worried about a relationship messing something else up that's going really well.
Because it has in the past. It has recently, I feel like,
So you had an experience that made you think those thoughts. And what happens when you know what you don't want? You add clarification to your vortex. We're going to break it down in such simplistic words they might even bother you a little bit. So you have a relationship that you're tending to in some way, and it came to you prior to your full alignment with what's going on in your vortex. And so it caused you to put more into your vortex. Things like someone who has their own thing going and we come together and it's really great, but no one that's dependent on me. Someone who is thrilled by what I'm doing and also thrilled by what they are doing. Never jealous of what I'm doing, never needy because I don't have time. Such a solid person. Well, that relationship now exists in your vortex because of that relationship that you lived. That relationship that you didn't know how important those things in your vortex were before you lived that. Your vortex now is the possessor of more characteristics that are more important, so that this time when you line up with what's there and you get into the receptive mode through meditation and through feeling good much of the time, now when you're inspired to a relationship, it will be a relationship that matches that. The relationship has to evolve to match your evolving life experience. Make sense? Because a lot of you put very scant criteria into your vortex at first. Gorgeous, please, and lots of money. I'm good with that. No, you're not. You want someone self-sufficient, someone in love with life, someone who knows how to tap in on their own, someone who's not sucking the life out of you because they don't know where to get their own life, someone who is steady no matter what you're doing, somebody who's sensitive enough to support you when you need a little extra time, someone who loves unequivocally because that's what they've learned to do. There are much better lovers in your vortex than you have let into your life experience, you see. And when that person's in your life, then there's an enhancing of your experience, because now you're balanced, now you're in love with life, now you're eager about things, now you're on your game, now you're not over here doing this while you're worrying about something over there. It's a really sad thing to think that I only have access to a scanty little amount that life has shown me that I want. No, you get to have it all. And your inner being knows what it all is and where it all is. So all you got to do is chill a little and get ready to be in the receptive mode. And as it flows, you'll know it. And you'll be saying to this person, I knew you were out there. I just didn't know that you'd be gorgeous and rich too.
When I talk about that sabotage or self-preservation, the other side of it too is, even there have been lots of moments when, I am single and, my career and things are happening and I'm manifesting these roles and stuff. And then I'll get like, man, I'm doing this by myself. I'm lonely. And then I'll like stop working out or stop eating, healthy, or just kind of even give up on the career stuff too. And it is just thinking of like, I can't have it all at once or something. I guess that's what I'm thinking. I don't know what the term is.
Here's the best way to explain this. Anybody relating? So we haven't talked about it here today, but it's really good timing to do it here and now. When you are awake, you are always in a receptive mode, because you're always conscious, which means you're always thinking, which means you're always offering a vibration, which means you've always accomplished a point of attraction, which means law of attraction is always answering your point of attraction, which means you're always in the receptive mode. If you're awake, you're in the receptive mode. The question is, am I in the receptive mode of my paranoia? Or am I in the receptive mode of source energy? Am I in the receptive mode of the way people talk about relationships in this world? Or I am in the receptive mode of what my inner being knows specifically about me and my relationships? Before you knew this, like most people, you were attracting all over the place with no conscious awareness of why you were getting what you were getting. And that's why you become reactionary. That's why you become protective. Is because you don't know how it is you're attracting it. You just notice when you do. So you become someone who has knee-jerk responses to what you're attracting, with no understanding that you're the one that's creating it. You're the one who's calling it in. But now you understand that. We've been talking about this in very general terms here today. Now you understand that. So now you understand that it's like this. Life has caused me, and is continuing to cause me, to specify precisely what I want most from where I now am. And there is this active and evolving vibrational reality that really is me and has a strong point of attraction. So the only thing that is relevant is that everything that you want is already vibrationally queued up for you, and you have one thing to do, and that is to get into alignment. And when you are inspired on all levels of your being. The influence of your inner being is reaching to you, and when your valve or passageway is wide open, then the ideas come, and you're inspired to the things that you know work well for you. That's how it works. Isn't that nice to know? And don't you feel more powerful? Aren't you sort of eager to trust what's in there and just get happy and let some of it come out and play with you?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm complete now.
Yeah, you really are.
Thank you.
Yeah.